Good evening, and welcome to another edition of From the Soapbox. This series where I rant and rave about things that shouldn't be yet are. Before we get started, let's all talk about the engagement of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, and share. Those 5 actions will ensure that our YouTube algorithm gods will make more people aware of what we do, thus increasing view engagement and making everything a nicer thing all the way around. Now let's get on with today's rant. Today's rant, let me find it real quick, is the problem with 45. And the problem with 45, and as an aside, I use 45 for the former president because I refuse to say his name. And he's lucky he's the 45th president anyway, because he didn't really win it. But that's not here nor there. Because he did win, he served for 4 years and he totally effed things up. And, wait a minute. Okay. What we're going to do this time around is we're going to talk midterms. And we're going to talk about the red wave that wasn't. Now, I was reading on Quora, and the question was asked, why did the Republican Party perform so poorly in the 2022 midterms? Isn't the party out of the White House supposed to do well? Before I go any further, spoiler alert, yes. Yes, they are. Historically, they do. But 2022 was the changing of the guard. And I'm going to read to you a little bit of what's said here, and then I'll go about trying to make heads or tails of it and see where they're going and all the other good stuff. Well, the answer to the question is, it is. In fact, this is the first time the party in power didn't lose a single Senate seat since 1984. Moreover, with high inflation and Putin making noises about taking his nukes out for a spin, all of the usual signs pointed towards a red wave. Okay, so what was being said was everything about what's going on today. The economy being what it is due to high inflation. Putin's making threats about launching conventional nukes if things didn't go his way. And a host of other things were saying, you know what? The Republicans are going to take the midterms. And they're going to sweep the Democrats out of power. Notice the word I used there is normally. Because normally these things would be in play. Let me read a little bit more, and then we'll stop and we'll dissect it. Problem is, there were some countervailing factors, which is a nice way of saying Donald J. Trump. He handpicked 8 of the losing Senate candidates, and several of them were real shockers. At the top of the pile is Herschel Walker. If you didn't see the Herschel Walker thing, I'll try and upload it again. It seemed to have gotten corrupted or something like that. I'll see about uploading it again. And if I can't upload it, I'll do it again because it's that important. But Herschel Walker, The brain-damaged absent father who admits to having multiple personality disorder, occasional urges to kill people, and a fondness for Russian roulette. His only qualification for office, according to the Republican Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, he scores a lot of touchdowns. Holy crud. You mean to tell me the only qualifications that he had, according to the Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, was that he scores a lot of touchdowns? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with anything? And put it in context, he scored a lot of touchdowns. He doesn't score them anymore. He doesn't play. He hasn't played in some time. He hasn't played since the USFL folded, and that was about 84, 85. He hasn't played since then. So 85, 95, 2005, 2015, 2000, about 37 years since he played a down of football. And I already read to you the thing is going against him. And their legion. There was so much going wrong and not enough going right. And he still got over 1 million votes in Georgia. That's why I have no faith in humanity. In times past, Herschel Walker wouldn't have seen the front door. The first time somebody said, "Oh, he's against abortion, but he paid for one," that would have been it. He would have been done, finished. Casper, ghost, whatever. He's gone. But not this time. His own son, who, in full disclosure, is not much better than he is. He came out against him. The same one who was talking about libtards and everything else just came out and said, no. That's a hill I won't die on. You need to be more present at home, taking care of your own. Which goes to the main focus of my argument, which is, what happened to the so-called Family Values Party? You see, back in the day, let me start before that. Before I even say what I'm about to say. They were never about that. They were never about family values. That was a dog whistle that they played quite regularly to appeal to the evangelical Christian base. And I put that whole thing in air quotes because there's nothing evangelical about the Christians or those flavors of Christians. Because they're some of the most hypocritical people I've ever met in my life, I've ever seen in my life. Going back to 45, you voted for a man who was an adulterer, a racist, an alleged pedophile, a serial liar, all that stuff, which is the very, very opposite, polar opposite of what Jesus Christ stood for. And you voted for him in droves. You gave him the presidency. Like the song by In Living Color, whatever it is. Cult of personality. You gave me fortune, you gave me fame, you gave me power in your God's name. I'll say that again. You gave me power, you gave me fame. No, you gave me fortune, you gave me fame, you gave me power in your God's name. He was ordained by God. He was a gift from God. He was Christ, according to the evangelicals. During any other time in recent memory, no one could get away with what 45 got away with. They would crucify you for a lot less. Because at least back then, there was some sort of normalcy. There was some sort of decency. There was the pretense of civility. They let you think they were on your side. Now, well, that's out the window. They don't even hide it anymore. There's no need to. Why is there no need to? Because they got your vote. They have your vote. That's all they ever really needed. That's why they'll promise you the moon and give you nothing. Because all they need is a vote. And now, thanks to dark money and everything else like that, they really don't even need that anymore. And now they're letting it known. We don't need you. Screw you. You were a useful idiot, and your days of being useful are now over. Show them the door. And lock it behind you. And people voted for this. The whole Roe versus Wade debacle. Ooh, I can't even talk tonight. Excuse me, please. But that whole thing. And although it's not as bad as people think, because the law has not been abolished, but it might as well be with the rate they've taken it. They got some states that'll punish doctors for even talking about an abortion, let alone actually performing it. Why? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you don't like abortion, don't have one. And if you can't have one, good for you. Good for you. Now leave everybody else alone. All this consternation, all these problems that people seem to be having, all of them can be traced back to greed. There's a saying, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And there's nothing that's I've heard that could more sum up what's going on today. Because people can't handle power. Power tends to go to your head. Another popular saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I was going to do that. I knew it was going to turn out like that, but it did. It was going right until it turned left. It was right straight up to the time where it was wrong. And then you get, it wasn't wrong. The idea wasn't wrong. The messenger was wrong. We'll get a better messenger next time. Newsflash. The message was wrong. There is no way, repeat, no possible way that conservatives / Republicans could ever win a dog and pony show if they ran on policy. They don't run on policy. They run on fear. Vote for us or something bad is going to happen to you. Something is always bad is going to happen to me. It's how I deal with it that makes me a person, or the type of person that I profess to be. Getting back to the topic. .45. The guy known as 45. It's hard to believe that even after he's been proven to be a liar, he's a fornicator, he's a cheat, he's dishonest, which is another saying is lying, but hey. He's untrustworthy, he's unreliable, he's irresponsible. You name a negative trait, and he pretty much espouses it. And you helped him win. There was collusion in the 2016 election, but it wasn't Democratic. It was Republican. The Russians helped him. And how did they keep everybody else in line? Because they didn't just get the Democrats; they got the Republicans too. They said, "We know about you. Toe the line, or we drop this." It's like, I know what you did last summer. I know what you did. I know where the bodies are. Toe the line, or everybody knows. And because these guys have no spine, they folded. They voted no just to be contrary. There was no votes on the infrastructure bill. And that could do nothing but help everybody. That's going to fix roads, bridges. It's going to invest in high-speed internet. Everything that modern-day Americans need to survive. And they voted no. Why? Because leadership told them to. Why did leadership tell them to? Because 45 doesn't like it. Who cares if 45 likes? I could probably go on for days just on his negativity and the detraction that he brings. He passed one bill. Now it says tax cuts for the wealthy. And he made it permanent. Which is stupid because it can be unmade just as quickly as it was made. Now, do the Democrats have the stomach for that? I don't know. It's not looking very good, but we'll wait and see. I have the answer to what ails people. But it'll never happen. Because of fear. Yeah, he might know something about you. He might not. But you don't know. And rather than risk everybody finding out, you'd rather be quiet. And that's it. He won. He won by default because you won't say anything. Everybody's a millionaire in their head. Everybody's a millionaire. We are a nation of temporarily embarrassed millionaires. And for most of us, that embarrassment will last your entire life. Doesn't stop me from trying. The lottery gets up there in the hundreds of millions, even billions. I play. I'm going to lose. But I play. I play with the knowledge that at least some of that money is going back to schools and things. Or so I'm told. I grow ever so tired of people just talking. I get so tired of people who say things without even thinking of the consequences of what they're saying. The Republican Party can be best summed up by a Meghan Trainor song. I know you're lying because your lips are moving. You have to be a special kind of stupid for someone to be able to say that. You don't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. Not one single solitary word. Which means, like the boy who cried wolf, when the truth comes out, no one's there to believe you. And when people say, what, do you think I'm stupid? I'm not going to believe you. How many times did you cry this before? How many times did you give me this warning before and there was nothing there? I'm at a loss for words right now. I am literally at a loss for words. I could probably use some more colorful language to explain how I feel and stuff like that, but it doesn't do anything in the long run. Just instant, immediate gratification. Just remember this. Do better. Much better. Because at the rate things are going, there won't be anything left. This is not what I signed up for. This isn't the world that I want to leave my children. Do better. Practice the rule of 5, and we'll come back. And hopefully, I'll be in a better mood. Peace out, everybody.